Hey, what is going on, you guys? Ghost619 here, and today what I'm bringing you guys is a melee DNA bomb playing some uplink on solar. So this is a pretty fast DNA bomb. It's around like 4 minutes long, and my friends and I were just going off in this gameplay. We're just going completely ham in this gameplay. So this gameplay, it was almost a quad DNA bomb. I actually failed the double. I think I died either 10 or 15 off the double, is fairly close to it, and I did sadly die. And then my friends Cipher and Penguin, they both died, I believe, 5 off of the DNA bombs. And of course, if you add those DNAs, if I would have got mine, if they would have got theirs, it would have been 4 DNA bombs. The enemy team would have gotten DNA 4 times in this match, and if that would have happened, man, oh man, that would have been insane. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and leave down their channels, my friends' channels, Cipher and Penguin. So if you guys want to go ahead and check their channels out, you guys can. They'll be linked down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get started on how to get DNA bombs constantly in Advanced Warfare. And before I start things off, all these strategies and tips that I'm going to tell you guys, of course, I do use them every time I try to go for a DNA bomb. So the first thing is that you need to know where the enemies are, and of course to do that is you need to have a UAV. And of course, you guys know with this game you can put different attachments on your score streaks. So on your UAV, make sure you have threat detection, speed, and extra time. With that threat, you guys will see the enemies through walls, which that's super helpful. And the next score streak you guys want to have is a system hack, and the attachments you guys want to have on a system hack is double extended time as well as disable exosuit. So having those 2 score streaks will make you know where the enemies are, because with a UAV, of course, you see them through the walls, as well as if you do have a headset and you call in the system hack, you can actually sound whore a little bit, sound whore their exosuits, because their exosuits would make a buzzing noise. So you have like a bunch of things telling you where the enemies are. So you have a system hack because when you call in the system hack, it buzzes their exosuit. And if you're wearing a headset, that does help out a bunch. So knowing where the enemies are, that's a big thing. Having a UAV and system hack is a big thing. So moving on to the next thing, which is do not rush when you're on a high gun streak. So what I always do, I just play aggressively my first 15 to 20 kills, and then when I realize that, hey, I'm on a 20 gun streak, I just change up my playstyle. What I do to change it up is that I play passively. I wait for them to come to me. Like if I see someone in the doorway, he's coming to me, I don't rush that at all, because if I do, he's most likely to punch me or react and panic punch me. So what I do, I just wait for them to come to me because they'll be surprised and they won't know you're right there. So just play super passively, let them come to you when you're on a 20 gun streak. Like I recommend you guys to play aggressively, just go all out, your first 15 to 20 kills. So another thing, if you're playing any game mode that has like an objective in it, like hardpoint, domination, uplink, do not go for the objective. Like with domination, do not ever capture flags at all when you're on a gun streak. I've experienced this so many times with this game, as well with Call of Duty Ghost with the chem strike. Like I've cap flags in Ghost when I was on a 20, cap flags when I was on a 15. I died so many times. Same here with this game. I'm on a 15. I think it's all good. I'm guarding the flag. I can come back. It's all good. Some guy comes behind me, flanks me, and kills me on a 15 or a 20. So I have had so many bad experiences with this, and I know for a fact, do not play objectively at all when you're on a gun streak. Do not. The thing that you could do is, of course, if someone's capping A and you're on a 20, try to rush A and kill them off of A. Then don't go near the flag. Just wait for them to cap A again, and then go back to it and kill them off of it again. Then go to a different spot. So don't play objectively at all. Let your teammates do it. Only if you're on a streak. Like say if you're on a 5 or a 10, of course, play objectively because you want to go ahead and get to that UAV and system hack with the flags you cap. So just listen to me on that. Do not cap flags when you're on a gun streak at all. Don't play objectively at all. So one thing too is stay in one spot and go back and forth, like control these spawns. For example, with Dom, you guys all know, capture A and B, they'll be at C, go back and forth in one spot. I can tell you guys with Riot, of course, it's super easy to do it on Riot. Capture C and B, go back and forth on the roof on A, and they'll spawn down there. That's pretty much the easiest map to get a DNA bomb on, and you can do it here on Solar too with Uplink. You guys are seeing what I'm doing here in the gameplay. It's going back and forth because I know where they're going to spawn at. They're going to spawn only near their Uplink portal, of course. So just make sure you go ahead and go back and forth and stay in one spot, and just have good control of the spawns. So while you have the spawns in control, and you have your system hack up, you have your UAV up, and you're playing passively, and you have them in control, make sure you don't push the spawns too far. Like, for example, if you have A and B, don't push C too far in, or else they'll spawn at the opposite flag, and that will ruin your spot. They'll just you'll have to go to another spot rather than being at the same one. So don't really push the spawns at all. You guys are seeing here, I'm kind of doing it, but it's Uplink. They spawn only near their portal. With Domination, they could obviously spawn at the opposite flag if you're pushing the other flag. So I guess Uplink, it would be the best game mode to play to get DNA bombs, because the spawns are easy to predict. They're super easy, especially on Solo. You guys know here, you guys are watching this gameplay, man, they're super easy to predict. So just when you have these spawns in control, just don't push it at all, and always pre-aim around corners. Just any doorway you go into, just anywhere you go, always have your sights up. You always want to have the first shot with your weapon. And speaking of weapons, you want to use good guns, and if it's the BAO or ASM1, so be it. Just use anything that you can to get that 30 gun streak, the DNA bomb. So for me, I would recommend, I always use the melee, the IMR, the HBR. So I would recommend you guys using those guns as well. So just use guns you're comfortable with, and make sure that you have a very good weapon variant. If you have the Obsidian, or if you have the Inferno, Insanity, make sure you use one of those weapons, because you want the most out of your weapon, because your weapon could possibly be better than their weapon variant. So make sure you have a super good weapon as well as a weapon variant. So I guess the last and final thing I could say so far is keep your movement going. Never stop moving, because if you stop moving, then you'll probably die, because with this game you always have to be moving and going, with everything. You guys have seen this gameplay. I was moving everywhere, I was sliding everywhere. So one thing I can tell you is always slide, because that does help you out to get to A flag to B flag very fast. This helps you out tremendously. So always slide, always dash, just always jump in the air, just always move fluidly, and keep your momentum in. So that was pretty much all the tips right there. Just keep a UAV and a system hack up in the air. Do not rush at all. Just play passively, until you get the 30 gun streak. Just go ahead and play aggressively until you get 15 or 20. Then play passively right there. Don't ever cap or play objectively when you're on a gun streak. I've learned the hard way. Let your teammates do it. Just stay away from the objective when you're on a gun streak. Stay in one spot, go back and forth, and have control of the spawns. Always ADS around corners and doorways, and if you're not sure about the gunfight, then don't challenge it at all whatsoever. Use the guns you're most comfortable with. Use the best variant you have, and move very quickly. So those are pretty much the things that I have right there for you guys. And also, if you're playing, getting DNA bombs are much easier when you play with your friends, or you're playing with very good teammates. So playing with random teammates, I guess not so much, because I have experienced this a lot. I do play solo a lot, and with experience, it's I have to do most of the work, because my teammates, they don't necessarily run the same stuff I do. I run a threat detection on my UAV, and I run disable EXO, and that's pretty much all I run right there. And my teammates, on the other hand, they don't really run that. They run streaks, and that's not really helping me to get a DNA. So you're most likely to get more DNAs when you're in a party. So make sure you have friends in a party chat or something. And communication is definitely key, to trying to get a DNA bomb. So that was pretty much the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm Ghost619, and I'm out of here. Peace out, guys.
I got movement in the office.